Hey dear friends, welcome back again. We are so happy you popped over again to see what we are up to today. Of course, for everyone who is new here, welcome. We are Janny and Dyanne and we hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, of course, we hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone who is here and is not subscribed to our channel, we hope you will click the red subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and tick the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. Like we always say, enough talking, let's jump into today's inspiration. And you see already on the table is a little bit different than you normally see because this is a little bit a kind of a different DIY. Of course, we are going to use the tumbling tile blocks, but a little less than normally. I want to show you, maybe you enjoy this, and for everyone who doesn't enjoy it, of course, I'm sorry. But for today, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to show you because a lot of people ask for it, for some centerpiece and how easy it is to make. And I'm going to make one for the fall season. So I still hope you give this one a try and just watch it and hope at the end you tell me what you think of it. So let's start this display. So you see already step number 1 is on the table, and I see also already, you see, normally I have my sweater on, but it is here in the Netherlands so hot. So it was really too hot for me to put me into a sweater. It covered my arms, but you have to do it this way. I'm sorry, you see it this way. We have step 1 will be tumbling tile blocks, 5 rows of 3 blocks. And this is of course the smaller block. So we're going to do 5 rows of 3. We're going to do some glue. We're going to row them together until one piece, because we need kind of a little of a risers, and we always make our own risers because it's also a little bit cheaper than you have to buy them, because this one is only, yeah, I think when you have a package you have more than enough. So, and again we're going to squeeze them and squeeze, and over here, and this one, and this one, and we're going to wipe away the glue, and every time make sure that you have everything in a straight line. And if you do this way, then let it dry in for a couple of minutes. So I gave it a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some glue on this side, place this on top, do some glue over here, place this one on top, over here, and this one, and the last, and we place this one on top, and we're going to place them on the side, and we're going to squeeze them and this way, and make sure that everything is flat. And this is for the middle stand, because the middle one I need to have a little bit higher. There is coming a mushroom on top, and we're going to let this over here and let this dry. Now we're going to get 3 rows of 3, very easy, and this one, and we're going to do the same. Do some glue in the smallest line of your block, and this way, and this way, and row them together, and this one, and the last, and of course squeeze it, and this, and this, and we're going to let this dry in also for a couple of minutes. So I did wait a couple of minutes. We're now doing some glue over here, this one on top, and again this one, a little glue, and this one on top. And we're going to place it straight up, but this one will be flat. It will not be straight up, because then you would have the same height, and that's not what we go for. But we let it dry this way, and then we're going to place this, of course, down, so he is lower than the other one. So I have now one of them, and I'm going to do the other 3, because we need 4 in totally from the blocks with 9. 3 rows of 3 on top of each other is 9. And of course I only have 1, and I'm going to make 2, 3 and 4 a little faster. So now we have our 3 rows of 3 blocks together. We do some glue on this one, and we place this one on top, do some glue over here, and again place this one here the same, and you place this over here, you do here the same. It's so easy to do, and then you have your own cute little risers, and it doesn't cost you almost nothing. So again, place them straight up, make a nice smooth piece out of it, because you want to be that it is at least really need to see on your table, because you don't want that it doesn't look right. and you're going to squeeze it, and we're going to let this dry in at least I think a couple of minutes. So I gave all of them a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do, because I was looking on my cake stand, and of course everyone has a different cake stand, and I have here my closure is really is big, but of course measure out how high yours has to be. You also can do it without the closure, that you leave it open, and then you can build your little mushroom village. But choose anything you like, but measure out every time. If you do it, do some mushroom on top over here and look for if it's still fitting or not. And I see mine can be one layer higher because I want to have a nice village. So what I'm going to do, because I think this can have a layer extra, I'm going to get 3 blocks and I'm going to glue them together. So very easy, this way and this way. And we're going to squeeze it. We do some glue on the top over here. And I place mine, of course, over here. I have to look for that I have them in the straight line. And this way. And press it down. And this, so this, how easy is it just to place it a little higher than you already had it? Because you can adjust it any way you like. So this is already one higher, and now I think I'm going to glue my pieces, this one over here, and this one on this side, this one on this side, and this one on this side. So this way and this way. I think I'm just make this kind of a shape, and then I'm going to place it inside of my cake stand. So I'm going to get some glue. I'm the glue on the side. And I did it not on the side with the top of the blocks, but on the sides. And I'm going to place this one over here. I do here the same. A little glue on the side. And I'm going to place it on the other one. And squeeze it together. Until one piece. Then we do it on this side. And we place it on this one. And now we're going to do it on this side the same. And of course, feel which side is smoother than the other one. It's easier to glue them together. So again, squeeze it. Of course, I have to go a little to this way, I already see. And then I'm going to let it rest for at least 10 until 15 minutes. So it is dry, not totally dry, because I'm not that patient who waits already too long. So I have here my black schoolboard paint, because I'm going to paint the stand in the black color. I like my fall decor a little bit in the black, a darker orange, browns, and that kind of colors. But if you go as crazy, maybe with yellow, with sunflowers, with bright orange, go ahead, just choose any color you like, because that's the greatest. Then you make your piece unique. If everybody would have the same, then it's not really much fun to do. So everyone has their own taste. So I'm going to make the stand of mine, I'm going to make in the black color. But of course, I will bore you with that. I will paint it a little bit faster. So our riser is already drying. I have here an old tray I use already also for some wood filler to use. Now I'm going to get a little bit of the darker brown color, and I'm going to do a little bit on this side, because we are going to use it for our main piece. And the main piece is for me this wooden mushroom, but of course that's one which will be in the center, in the middle. I have this shape, but of course you can do anything on top. Maybe you like something different, but I'm going to start with this mushroom, because we're going to make a little bit of a mushroom filler. So I'm going to do the under part, I'm going to do in the dark brown color. So very easy, just going to paint it very fast. And I like that it is a little bit, the wood is coming through. So if you don't like it, then you have to paint it a little bit more. So I'm going to go for this, and I do this a little faster. So in the meantime, while my little mushroom is drying over here, I take a piece of kitchen towel. I'm going to lay on top half a wooden rounds, and I show you in a moment which one I do. I do 3 of the smaller size, and of course a couple of even smaller like that one. You see, like this, I have a bag full of sizes of my half wooden balls. And you can buy them on AliExpress or Temu. You can buy them anywhere. I do it very simply because I want to have some dots on top of my mushroom, because this is the centerpiece. So I'm going to get my black schoolboy pen again, and I'm going to, very easy, just make them in the black color. So go around, very easy. And I'm going to, and of course you also can do it with a black marker, so you don't have to do it with paint. You can do it with also a marker. So I take my time for it and let them dry. So I let the little half wooden rounds dry, and I'm going to place them on the side. We are going to do now the top of my mushroom, at least my centerpiece. I'm going to have here a little bit of the brown color, but the lighter brown color. I mix it up with some brown and some black to make it not black, white, of course, because I want to have it lighter. So with some dark brown and white, and just mix it until you have the color you like. So I'm going to do the top with, you see already, this is a much different color. So I'm going to do the top, and then we're going to, in a moment, we're going to glue the black dots on top. So you see, this is, the top is already drying over here. But what I'm going to do, because I have 4 risers around here, I'm going to use 4 of the similar mushrooms. So I have 4 of them. So you need 1 centerpiece, you need 4 of the same mushrooms, and maybe you have something else, maybe some other wooden pieces you like to have for on top of here. But I have my mushrooms, 4 of the same one, and I'm going to paint on the 4 of them. I'm going to paint the underside in the light color. So very easy. I'm just going to paint this one and the underside, the top also, this one. I'm going to do also in the paint, not this piece, but only the underside. So I'm going to take my time also for this one. So I have my centerpiece, I have the 4 which are coming on the other side of the riser. Now you need again 4 of the same pieces, but of course you don't have to, but I use 4 of the same other sizes of the mushroom. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the top in the dark brown color. So again, I'm going to get the dark brown, and I'm going to give this one also 1 coat, and I'm just going to do it a little bit thicker, so this way. So I'm going to take my time also for the tops of these 4 sizes. So the other mushrooms are drying. I'm going to take now the centerpiece. I'm going to do my 3 pieces which are the same size, of course, my black color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place them on each side 1. So I'm going to do a little over here, and I place them over here. I do 1 on this side, over here, and 1 on the other side, over here. And now I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure. Now I'm going to fill it in with some smaller ones. So just do whatever you think is right. I'm going to do some in the middle, over here, and we do some on this side. You can fill it up any way you like. I think I'm going to do this one a little lower. I have here another one, and do a little dot over here. Place this one on the underside, So I think I'm going to leave it this way and I'm going to let this dry in. So now we have our centerpiece and our riser. We are going to get our mushroom. We are going to do some glue, and this time I use some hot glue because then you can change it up for another season. Maybe you can do some Christmas trees under it. So you can place it anywhere. So I'm going to place this one in the middle. And I'm going to look for that I have it really in the middle. I have this way and press it down, and I'm going to wait until it is dry. So now we have, of course, our riser, our centerpiece, and now I'm going to give it, let it come to life. That's why I always use some greenery, and this time I do a little bit of the colors I have in my decor. And you see already I am going to look for 4 pieces which are the same, but don't have to be too high. So I'm going to go for, I think, for this kind of size. So I'm going to cut it off, and I showed you. So this is where I'm going to go for just a little piece, and I have to look for that it's not really higher than my centerpiece. So I think I can get it a little bit more lower if I am correctly. I have to look for if it's still fitting under my closure. If you don't have a closure, of course, that's easy to do. So I'm going to make 4 pieces of this one. So I have my 4 pieces. 2 of this one will be in the opposite direction, and 2 of this one will be in this direction. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do some glue on the underside of this stamp. Just do on both sides a little bit and place it in the corner and let it dry in until everything is dried up. And of course now it looks a little strange, but later it will fill up in your cake stand, so don't worry about it. So you see already this is one. Now we're going to do the other one in the opposite direction. So we do again some glue over here and on this side, and we place it again over here in the corner and squeeze it and keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And of course I need to remove my finger. He still is stuck on there. And I'm going to do now the other corner, at least when I'm going to get loose of my glue. I'm going to do this one. And I place it in this corner, and again squeeze it, and make sure that your branch is a little bit wide, flexible, so you can change it up the way you like it. So this already, and now I still need to remove my finger again. And of course be careful if you don't burn yourself, because I don't feel anything, but you probably will, so don't glue yourself to it. So again, do some glue on the underside of the stamp, and we're going to place it also in this corner and keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And of course I'm going to remove myself. Now we have 4 pieces on each corner, and it comes already a little bit more to life. And of course we're going to work with it a little bit later, so make the leaves a little lower. But this is already the start of the centerpiece. So you see already now we have our 4 piece. I see I have still some paint on my fingers. That's not what we want. That's why I always have my wet towel over here. You see the 4 pieces which will be on the other part of the riser, the 4 of the same. We are having some beeswax, and this is a very cheap beeswax, and you can use some staining. You can use anything you like. If you are a glam person and you like gold, silver or copper, just spray paint it in the colors you like. I just giving you an inspiration how my decor is, but of course you don't have to do anything you don't like. I'm going to do the top of the mushroom. I give it a little bit of the wax color, so the brown is also coming back again. So again, I'm going to do all 4 of them, the tops. So we're going to get our centerpiece again. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take our mushroom, we're going to do some glue on the underside, And we're going to place this one at the ending, not totally to the back side, but at the ending. We're going to wait a little moment and let it dry in. So I turn it this one to you. I'm just going to do some glue on the underside over here, and I'm going to place it not totally to the back side, but over here, and I'm going to squeeze it until it is dried up. Of course, I need to remove a little bit of the glue over here because I was a little bit too hasty to place it down. We're going to do this one. We do again some glue over here. We're placing it over here. Make sure that we have it in the middle, but not totally to the back side, a little on the front line. And the last one, of course, we're going to do some glue again over here, and we're going to place it on the ending, and we're going to place it down, and we're going to wait until both of them are dried up. And again, we're going to work a little bit with our leaves on the side, and already it looks a little bit like a village. We place it aside again and let it dry. You see here I have my last four pieces of my mushrooms, and I'm going to get my lighter brown color paint, and I'm going to do a little dab of the back side of my brush, and I'm just going to make little dots over here, just simple. And just, of course, you also can do it with some marker, but I like always to do it with the back side of my brush, at least when it is a brown color, a round color, not a brown color, a round color. Oh my. Sometimes. And I'm just going to do a couple of them. So you see, and I need to do one over here. And you see, this is how he's looking like. And I leave this on the side, I leave in this color because I also decorate with the creamy color. So again, I'm going to do very easy, just do a little dot over here, just make little marks on your mushroom and just do wherever you think you like the dots, because it's no rhyme or reason where you want to do them, and it is so easy to make. So, and again, number two, I do the other two a little faster. So in the meantime, while my little mushrooms are drying his dots, of course, I have here my bag with some pumpkins, you see already this kind of pumpkin, little ones, they were so cheap, and I have them already for an owl for years and years, and I paint them every year so they get bigger and bigger. Because you see already this is the one which is original, this way I bought it, but I paint them up already for so long. So don't buy a new pumpkins every time and a time, just buy cheap ones with the Dollar Tree. Here we have the Action. Just paint them and do them in the color you like. You don't have to buy every year new ones, only when you want to, but I don't do it. So you see already you have some little squirrel over here. I always change everything up. So I'm going to get a couple of this kind of pumpkins. They are already a little bit in the brown orange, but for me they are still a little bit too orange, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a lighter coat of brown. So I'm going to get 4 of them for in our display. So I get my brush, of course, and I'm going to get my pumpkin. There's always a little hole on the underside, so it's easy to get. I'm just going to dab it in the lighter brown color. I'm going to dab it this way, and then I'm just going to go over it and make the brighter orange a little bit away. But if you like the brighter orange, or maybe you like burgundy, or maybe purple or something else, just do what you think is right for your display. This is only an example. I wish I could show you all kinds of colors, because gold is also nice, silver, and you name it, you can do it in any color you like. So I'm going to do 4 of them because I have more than enough for 4 of them, and I'm going to let them dry. So if everything is correctly, everything is painted and dried up, at least almost dried up, because it's so warm here. So it is really hard to let it dry. We already have our centerpiece and I already love it this way, so I can also easily place this one in the tray for me. So, but I'm going to do it on the cake stand over here. I'm going to try to place it in the middle. And I don't know, still debating if I will do the closure on top or not, because I like it also when it doesn't have the closure. So I'm going to get my little mushroom. I'm going to place this one against this corner. So very simple in the corner. I'm going to do this one in the other corner. You see already it is going. You can do some sticky gum in the middle. Then you don't have to, that it doesn't move around anymore. But I'm going to place this one over here, this one over here. So now we already have our 4 pieces in here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get, of course, some pumpkins. And of course, you can place them this way. You can also place them over here on each corner. I have to look for, because I do it on the side I don't see. I do it on this side, and I think I will need to go a little to this side, because I think I have a little too less space on this side. So over here, and we're going to do this one on the other side, just very easy on the sides. Now we're going to fill it up with some greenery, but you don't have to do it, because I love greenery, but that's not everyone's cup of tea. I always have this piece. This is all pieces of an IKEA plant, and I just ripped it apart. So I always buy the plant, because then I can rip it apart and have lots of pieces. So I'm going to do also this one. I'm going to get a little bit kind of in the middle, and you see, and I'm going to get my cutter, and I'm just very easy cut it in between this way. And I'm going to cut off this stem, because it's a little bit too thick. So now it's easy. Now this one is, and if you want to have it even smaller, you can easily just cut it over here. And it is even smaller. Oh, I have to cut it this way. And I'm going to cut off this piece. And then you can easily place it inside of here and make little bushes of your greenery. I love greenery, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. So I'm going to fill in with this one and over here, and I'm going to show it to you because you don't see anything right now. I'm going to get this one over here, and I'm going to get this one out of each other, and I'm going to fill it even a little bit more. And I'm going to cut off this piece, and I'm going to turn it and do it in this opening over here, and replace this one back over here again. We're going to turn it and we're going to get off a little of this part also. And I know it takes a little bit of your time, but the main part is just rip it apart. That's what I always say, because then you get the most nice look, because you want that your display is coming to life, and that it doesn't sit there just with some pieces on top of there. That's not what you want, because you want to have it a little bit coming to life over here. And so we go on and on. I do the rest a little faster. So now I have the greenery also inside, and I'm really loving the little mushroom village. What I also can do now is getting some of the fall leaves we also glued on top of here. I can get some leaves off this way and this way, and I'm just going to use the little plastic stems as a kind of a shovel to shovel it in under the greenery. So you also get, this piece is still coming back also to the underground, and that's what you want. You want to have it that everything is similar and coming nicely together, and we're going to shovel it up on the underside. I'm going to go around again. So you see, now I also have the eucalyptus leaves, because it is eucalyptus. It is normally you have the green one, but this is the little bit of the orange color. And I have them, this is also from IKEA, and I have them already for years and years, and I don't buy a lot of fall decor. I always change it up, mix it up, and just off drift my decors, because I love drifting. You all know that. I hope you enjoy, and you see in a moment you see it a little bit closer, but I hope you enjoy a little bit of the different side than only the tumbling tower blocks. But I am really happy how this one turned out, especially for in my tray. And the only thing, I hope it gives you a little bit inspiration that you only can make it for with a couple of pieces. You can make beautiful displays, and it doesn't have to cost you almost nothing. So I hope you give it a try. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to make something for in your fall decor, or maybe for another season. I would love to know. But you see in a moment the quick impression. And you see a quick impression of my fall tray for on my table, and inside you see the cake stand. I left the closure off because then you see it a little bit better, our little mushroom village. I had so much fun making this. Of course, in a moment you see it a little bit closer, but of course I hope you give this one a try and see how easy it is just to make a nice display for on your home. Everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw, and if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. For more DIYs, come on over to our description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. And everyone who is here already for a long time, I know this one was a little bit different, but I still hope you enjoyed it. Everyone have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.